arrangements for the wedding feast should have been discussed during the negotiation process, and the wedding day typically falls on the next day. There are a few superstitions associated to the wedding feast. One of the most common is the eating of hot peppers and spicy foods. It is believed that by doing so, it will cause the couple to have a hot marriage. Not in a good way, wink wink, but filled with arguments and disagreements. The crossing of arms and legs when sitting at the table signifies a knot in a relationship that will cause the couple to have a lot of arguments. There is a restriction on gossips and rumors because it can disturb the peace of the happy ceremony. And then there are also table etiquettes. Some of the table etiquettes are pairs. Things are done in pairs to represent the equality in the couple. The flow of the table also goes in one direction, so the table must be set going towards the door in which the group and the bride will leave out of the house. An example of a table etiquette are drinking etiquettes. If you are sitting on the side of the table where the flow is from left to right, you must drink with your right hand and pour with your left. This is to signify that the flow goes from you to the next person on your right. You must also inform that person that you will be drinking to him. You must drink the cup on the right first, then the cup on the left, again with your right hand. After you drink, you must fill the cup on the right first, then the cup on the left, and may then pass it to the next person. These steps are mirrored if you sit on the side of the table that flows from right to left. The traditional Hmong house follows a shotgun house structure, which is typically how the table is set up. A shotgun house structure was a common design and planning for a long rectangular house instead of the more common and traditional square house. The reason it got its name is because of cowboy theories that if you take a shotgun and shoot it from the front door, it will go all the way through the house and exit out the back door. The desire of the wedding feast and table is to keep the flow going in one direction and out the door with the bride and groom when they leave the house. Food is set and served on the table from the opposite end from the door and served in paired dishes. The table of the wedding feast is basically focused on drinking and joining of the two families. I won't be covering the thorough details of the feast, but note that there are 12 jingjiao, or rounds of beverages, with 6 from the groom's family and 6 from the bride's family. Thank you recitals must be said to show respect when drinking the beverage. An example of the thank yous from a family member on the bride's family to drink from the groom's family is Nhật sĩ ơi, một trong mong Lua tía nhật sĩ tỏ u Mua niềm lua tứ châu chỉ do niềm giống Nê cá châu chỉ do nê kê Niềm chống châu chỉ do nê có Nhật sĩ tỏ u Một châu vô có Tứ dùng chỉ do nê lưng thứ nhị do các chống kế có Nhật sĩ tỏ nó lua tía Mua niềm lua tứ châu do nê giống Nê cá châu do nê kê Nhật chống châu do nê có Nhật sĩ tỏ nó Vô chống vô có Nhung do nê lưng thứ nhị do các chống kế có Nhật sĩ tỏ u dây Rồi do tôi rầu trở nọ trở hầu sư Ê vô trong nơ. And at the same time, if the person is thank you, there is a recital that you must also say, which implies the no problem, you're welcome. There is also a time given for the groom, best man, and older brother, and second cousin, to become acquainted with one another. The same, which is similar to all of them, which the older brother or second cousin may say to the groom or best man, goes, Yi, we all have to know who we are. What your mother is, they should get you on, they should do, they get you on, because she do. Bên chỉ kiến nên gia cha để chỉ phi lu, bên kiến nên gia cha để phi lu, bên non để vô tàu trả, vô chống để vô tàu nên tàu trả, rồi nó có tàu cùng câu cùng mùa mà để cùng vô cùng câu vào những gì nữa. Nếu cái đồ của cá và chỉ tàu cũng có một chế, có một chỉ cả lo, cũng là giấy nó cái chặt từ đó có trong cụ sửa cụ, nhưng cụ mong của các cá và chỉ tàu có chỉ không cụ lo chế mà cụ sửa đâu có nữa. Thì cụ học cái chuyện nó có là gì? And it simply translates into having each of them understand that they are now brother-in-laws, to love and respect each other by including everyone in their lives. During the feast, there will be 2 times the groom and best man will have to bow to each brother, immediate cousin, everyone on the wedding table, and the kinships again. This will be done during the acceptance of the groom into the bride's family and right before they leave the home. Towards the end of the feast is also the time when all the confiture or wedding gifts will be announced and given to the newlyweds. After the wedding feast has been claimed, after the wedding feast is over, the group will leave back home with the new bride and the new family member. And thank yous to the mong-mongs and everybody who helped out in the wedding will be given. And that is pretty much your basics of the traditional Hmong wedding. Yes, the process can be complicated and it can be time-consuming. But with all the songs and all the metaphors and all the blessings in life, it is also something that we must treasure and must preserve as a part of our culture. We will cover some of the misconceptions about traditional Hmong weddings, such as the reasons for the tobacco, the reasons for the inclusion of alcohol, and also the bride's wealth.